Your Excellency, thank you so much for your time. First of all, many congratulations. Where we're sitting right now, the fourth Shisha Global Media Forum. Many congratulations. Another successful event. Your government were the architect of all of this. Why do you think it was important, and why it's still important to have such a forum?
Thank you. First of all, I'm also extremely thankful to our Pakistani brothers and Pakistani media team for your very active participation and active support to the social media forum since the inception, whether as a journalist, as a participants, and also speakers and our Pakistani brothers and Pakistani media actively supported us on this endeavor. Why social media forum? Actually, this initiative was put forward by my president 4 years ago. When Azerbaijan liberated in Shusha, one of the intention and plan of Azerbaijan was to renew and to rebuild Shusha's previous cultural, intellectual role in the broader region of the South Caucasus and beyond. But historically, Shusha was a place where scholars, academicians, journalists, philosophers, and poets, they come together and flourished and matured different intellectual ideas. We wanted to return back to the same spirit to Shusha. Secondly, Azerbaijan, as in Brazil, Pakistan, is also facing some media attacks on the global stage.
Yes.
Disinformation
Hostile
and
neighbors.
still hostile narratives,
Yes.
and unfortunately, it continues to the decade. We were to overcome that, and we decided that from Shusha we will speak as a whole. It also happened right after the Azerbaijan's liberation war, when Azerbaijan ensured its sovereignty and territorial integrity. We will speak to the world openly in a transparent manner with one flagship event. That is the Mr. President's direct communication to the international media. And it proved itself very effective. Mr. President himself provides a strategic communication of Azerbaijan. And as you have seen in previous occasions and this occasion as well,
Yes.
there are no limits of the question. Everybody, every single journalist can ask whatever question they deem appropriate. And Mr. President is open for that. Therefore, in our yesterday's discussion with Mr. President, almost all continents of the world were represented, and questions came from all parts of the world. And we can see that Azerbaijan's strategic communication. And last but not least, it's also intellectual dialogue. And we are also, the media is dynamically changing. Artificial intelligence is changing, and social media changing the entire ecosystem of the media. And we should learn from one another and share our best experiences. And also, everybody facing the elements of the disinformation and so on. Media under a huge challenge. We should learn from one another and come up with recommendations and go forward. That is the main philosophy behind the social media.
Your Excellency, I've seen the body language of His Excellency, the President of Azerbaijan, answering the question from Africa to Asia to America to, and there are very few leaders in the world who are open. There was no censorship. No one was asked whether what you are going to ask. But then we have people like, we have a hostile neighbor whose prime minister can't even speak two words in front of, the Australian media was, making jokes of him. How do you compare such personalities? On one side, President of Azerbaijan, His Excellency. On the other side, the image of mighty India, but you can't even face the media for 2 seconds.
Well, in this case, it's always a lead by example, lead by own example. It's always in a good case. I really can speak on behalf of my president, and indeed, my president once again demonstrated is an openness and strategic communication, and very elegant way, and within the ethical norms. And he answers the questions without any limitation and without any censorship. Everybody was free to ask whatever questions. Again, it was Azerbaijan's strategic communication, and I'm also really proud that serving as an assistant of Mr. President, and on a daily basis, we are learning from him and from his wisdom and from his approach to the media and other issues as well. And media strategic communication is just one of the portfolio. And in the same manner, in the same spirit, he acts in a foreign policy, in economy, in social affairs, and military affairs, and so on. Really, in the realities of Azerbaijan, strong man and strong state, and strong leader, strong state matters. And it's a practice of Azerbaijan, it's our experience, and in a very eloquent way, in a mutually respectful way, we had this dialogue. Therefore, Mr. President's yesterday's answer to the questions, it was not just only a communication, it was real dialogue.
Yes.
real dialogue with the international media, and we as the international media with the international community.
And
that was
just
Azerbaijan's own practice.
just the Excellency, the small question and then his answer made global headlines and global impact. I had the opportunity to ask him about the peace and the way he praised the role of Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, Field Marshal Asim Munir. It made headlines in Pakistan, and with special thanks from my leadership to you, the way the way Pakistan facilitated everything, and his one sentence that Pakistan is the only country which can deliver peace.
Indeed. Well, as you know, that Pakistan and Azerbaijan, we are sharing brotherly relations, and there is a strategic partnership between Pakistan and Azerbaijan. I have also had such a privilege and honor to witness such a friendship between Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and Field Marshal Munir, and whom we also have in a great esteem, is my President Ilham Aliyev. It's a really true friendship and between them. We also highly appreciate that when Azerbaijan's territories was under the occupation, and brotherly Pakistan always rendered its brotherly support. And Pakistan didn't have any diplomatic relation with the occupying country, that was in Armenia.
Yeah.
And Pakistan accepted Armenia as an aggressor state. But in the institutional memory of Azerbaijani people, not an Azerbaijani government, but Azerbaijani people, and we will remember and we highly value that. Therefore, in the same token, as your brother, we always gauge delightfulness of the achievements of brotherly Pakistan in the context of the recent military engagement in the Gulf region, American and Iranian military engagement, and Pakistan demonstrated its strategic passions and strategic wisdom and ensured mediation platform for the resolution of this conflict, and it also resulted in an MOU and stopped the hostilities and ensured their de-escalation, and it demonstrated strong leadership qualities and values of the Pakistani leadership and their wisdom, strategic foresight. In the meantime, it demonstrated important geostrategic role of Pakistan in global affairs. As your brothers, we are very delightful for them.
Excellency, where we are standing right now when we talk about the peace, of course, there are still tensions once again started. The Field Marshal is currently in Turkey, and our Interior Minister is currently in the US. And for the past 2 months, we have been on the roll, sleepless nights for Pakistani leadership. Do you think where we stand right now, do you foresee that Pakistani efforts can bring long-lasting peace to the world and region?
No, we believe in that. We believe to the skills and capabilities and also wisdom of our Pakistani brothers. In this case, I mean leadership of the Pakistan. And first of all, it also comes from the sincere feelings of Pakistani side, among many other things. And you see that Pakistani leadership dedicates a valuable time, valuable efforts to the dedication of the peace. Again, it comes from the inner belief and feeling of the Pakistan to make something good for the global peace and regional peace, because this conflict has a huge repercussions to become the global conflict.
Yes.
Can affect international peace and security and going far beyond the region. Really, in this case, Pakistan, again, diplomacy and leadership deserved an additional credit, but if not with efforts, probably this conflict could expand it further to other regions or other territories, could have some other elements of the escalation. At least it has been kept within the certain parameters, but again, as a friend and brother of the Pakistan, we fully believe that there will be good results. But in the meantime, in the medieval centuries, there was such a saying, not fully applicable to this context, and that if you don't like a message, don't kill the messenger. Mediator is just pursuing its own mission, but at the end of the day, it's the parties of the conflict should make a decision.
Yes. Your Excellency, when I was interacting with His Excellency, the President, I used one sentence that if someone don't smile in Azerbaijan, you just say Pakistan, and you see a big smile on this. How can we further strengthen this bilateral relationship? Of course, it's based on the brotherhood. It takes us back to the history, the Armenia, and the way Azerbaijan supported Pakistan against our hostile enemies. Even last year, you're always there for us. But still, what do you think? Would you suggest that bonding can be strengthened further?
I completely agree with you that at the political level and geostrategic level, the relations between Pakistan and Azerbaijan are really excellent. It also a demonstration of the will of the two countries, and the leadership of the two countries are doing extraordinary work and creating such an institutionalized cooperation between Pakistan and Azerbaijan. But certainly we should do more. Economic and trade relations, let me highlight that segment. Second, humanitarian people-to-people contacts and cultural affairs. Here, we certainly should do more. Economic and trade relations by using this opportunity and also appealing to the Pakistani and Azerbaijani business people, there should be more business contacts, awareness about the economic potential of the two countries. Two countries are possessing the huge economic opportunities, but sometimes a lack of information affects our economic and trade relations. Let me just give you one example.
Yes, please.
Azerbaijan was importing rice. We thought that it comes from the Pakistan, but we were importing Pakistani rice coming from the third country.
Yeah.
Because of the lack of the information, because of the lack of the proper institutionalized business mechanisms, and once it has been delivered to the leadership of the countries, and appropriate administrative measures have been taken, and Pakistani rice have been also released from the custom duties in Azerbaijan, because there is a lot of Pakistani products in Azerbaijan, so that to raise competitiveness of this rice in Azerbaijani market. It's just one segment. It shows that how and effectively what we can do in this segment. And it also applies some other areas. You know, but Pakistani textile is very popular in Azerbaijan.
Yeah.
But we should ameliorate further work for our business communities. It should be delivered to the appropriate dimension. In the meantime,
And Your Excellency, I'm taking away all of these suggestions straight to the Prime Minister. Please,
Mr. Prime Minister
you carry
personally knows it very well. He's doing it in a hard work, really post-government. In the meantime, sometimes business people are the business people.
Yes.
They have their own decision. We should really inform them better and create such a models of the direct communication between the private sectors of the two countries. They have their own modus operandi.
So B2B is B2B needs to be strengthened.
Tourism relations is dynamically developing. We are very satisfied with that, but certainly it's not on a limit. And now more direct flights are taking place between Azerbaijan and Pakistan. That's a good sign. But on the cultural field and other fields, we should do more. But here, yet another, I think that as a people representing the media, we also have a huge responsibility on our shoulders. There should be more active media exchange between Pakistan and Azerbaijan. We as the media, we should inform our societies more about our culture, more about our business opportunities. My good brother, Minister of Information, Atullah, he's my great brother, and he supports
he sent special messages to you in my inbox, and I will show it to you.
Thank you. Please also convey my warmest regards to him.
Thank you.
And I know that he supports it a lot, and he did a lot. But in the meantime, media outlets, I'm just brotherly request and appeal. In the meantime, for Azerbaijani side as well, we should further streamline our efforts and put additional efforts to inform our public in a more broader
Your
sense.
Excellency, when you were talking about media, I had some smile on my face. We signed Pakistan TV was launched 1 year ago, and we happily signed the first MOU with News. It's been 10 months, and this has been our most successful MOU everywhere in the world. News, wherever they have bureaus or correspondent, they are Pakistan TV's correspondent. And now I had a meeting with the head of News, and we are further expanding in especially strategic documentary making and everything. So we are further spending, and we would be very happy for your cooperation in this regard as well. We are sending our team to be trained here for documentaries. We are sending our digital teams to be trained here with News for documentaries, and looking forward for more as well.
Thank you, my brother. Really, indeed, very much appreciate. It's a sign of the brotherhood.
Yeah.
In every field, there are no limits of the cooperation and partnership between Pakistan and Azerbaijan. And media team, and should also be exemplary, the media cooperation between our countries. I'm extremely glad that the TV that you are representing and News TV has forged such a close cooperation and partnership. I also shared with my Pakistani counterpart that Pakistan indeed has a well-developed and quite a comprehensive English-speaking journalism.
Yes.
That is an area we are also looking forward to Pakistan's an experience and learning in this field, because in Azerbaijan we're also developing English-speaking journalism of Azerbaijan.
And that's why we have Pakistan TV now.
Pakistan TV is that. Therefore, mutual exchange of experiences is crucially
and
important.
look at the level of cooperation that this interview is being recorded by News for Pakistan TV.
Okay, so there's a joint interaction.
Yes, see, so
thank you.
We lead by example.
In action, that can be called. Yeah.
Your Excellency, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
And we always look forward to receive you in Pakistan, especially the relationship we have. And I told my minister yesterday that as soon as you received me yesterday in the forum, you hugged me 3 times. So it simply reflects our brotherhood, our bonding and relationship, and looking forward to more. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.